Hello and welcome. I bring to you the August energy update and energy guidance for this month ahead. And I'm drawn to this month because universally in numerology, it is a 6-month. So with numerology, if you're a life path number 6 or 33, you will feel this month probably more intensely. If you're not sure how to calculate your life path, just drop in the comments and I will show you the methods that I use. And yeah, this is your month, or if you know people with that 6 energy quite strongly in their charts, and it's related to your 6th chakra. Now I'm going to go into that in more detail, and thank you so much for joining me in this video. I have so much information to share, so please watch the full video through. And you'll see here as well, I've got some of the cards for the month ahead too, with some messages to give you towards the end of the video. So this is going to be a really intense month, and that is why I just had to come on and share this with you, because there's so much going on. Now, with it relating to your 6th chakra, which is the third eye chakra, that is all about your insight, your vision, your 6th sense, and your psychic abilities, your mental health, family, love, and responsibility. They are the themes throughout the month energetically. And I do feel it's going to be a very strong month as well, especially mentally and emotionally. Now, I will explain the astrology of that, and I will go into a little bit more depth of the third eye and how that can work. So, when a energy point within the body, which we may refer to as chakras, sometimes when they have to balance out or rebalance themselves, that's when we may feel a bit of discomfort in that area. So for instance, if you're having a lot of headaches or maybe migraines or problems with your eyes or anything to do with the brain, maybe depression or anxiety or racing thoughts, etc., or being overly logical, that can be a sign there's a bit of an imbalance. So when you're in balance, you're going to have a clear brain, you're going to have clear insight and imagination, you'll have that healthy balance between logic and intuition. If, for instance, that third eye chakra is a bit weak or damaged, then you may be overly practical, you might struggle with creativity, you could be very narrow-minded and detached from spirituality, so not interested or open to it at all. On the flip side of that, if it's really too overdeveloped, you may struggle to concentrate or plan ahead. You may feel out of touch with your reality. You could be very superstitious and even maybe potentially suffer with paranoia or delusions, because the third eye is too open and you're exposing yourself to maybe stuff that is not for your highest vibrational good. So that is what this month ahead is about. So depending on where you fall on that spectrum, from balance, overbalance, or an imbalance, that will show up in how your body chooses to heal that. But if you know this ahead, you can make an intention to heal that and balance that for your highest good. And there are lots of ways you can do that. I have done other videos on that, so I won't spend too long on this one. Because there's a separate video for it, basically. But I just want to touch on, the kind of themes for the month ahead to give you that insight. So if you want to start healing your third eye chakra in any way, energy healing is great to do that. Eating purple foods. There is loads of foods you can have. Red onions, purple sprouting broccoli, elderberries, anything with a purplish tinge, even garlic or some asparaguses, peppers or unusual carrots, maybe even. There is so much. Look after your eyes as well. So if you're having any problems with your eyes, get those tested. Don't be on a computer screen for too long and have breaks in between. And your forehead area, again, even just massaging that area can be really beneficial. Looking after your brain, so meditation. There's so many things you can do to get in touch with your body, and also developing and tuning into that area. So developing your 6th sense, because when it is healthily balanced, you'll be open to clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairaudience, so all the beautiful gifts that come with that help you tap into your spiritual gifts. So that is a big focus this month, okay? So astrologically, it's an intense one. We're going to feel it pretty strongly. Now, we have 2 full moons in the month of August, one at the beginning and then one towards the end. We also have the Lionsgate portal, which is on the 8th of August. And yeah, it's intense. And we have a new moon and we have a Mercury retrograde. So brace yourself, is all I can say. Now, with the first full moon that comes up, that is around, depending I think where you are in the world, obviously I'm in the UK, but I kind of try and keep this because I know people listen from all over the world. So that'll be around the 1st or 2nd of August. And that is in Aquarius, which is an air sign, which again is connected to our mind. So if you are feeling your mind is being highly overactive at this point, like, don't freak out on yourself. It is normal, okay? Because the focus is on that area this month. So particular attention to grounding ourselves, being in nature. I would really say to detox on screen time, electronics, any form of radiation, anything that's going to cause extra added stress. So be mindful of that. Aquarius as well is also associated to the lower leg region. So be mindful of that area. If you do have any problems with your lower legs, lie down more if needed. Comfrey oil, again, that is really helpful to apply onto the legs if you're having troubles there. So that's the first full moon that's coming up. Then we also have the full moon at the end of the month, which is around the 30th, and that will be in Pisces, which is a water sign. Again, pretty emotional. And that is associated, Pisces is, with the feet. So if you have feet troubles around that time, healing is extra beneficial. It's great. It's really good for grounding. And as well to remember that everything you consume at that time of a full moon or allow in your body has a stronger effect than usual than at other times. So whether that be food, medicine or alcohol, your body will absorb it more intensely than usual. So you'll feel more effects of that. So if you're being really healthy, great. If you're, for instance, consuming the alcohol at that point, your body will feel it in a worse way. Reflexology is also great to have on a Pisces day. So fasting at full moons can be really good as well because water builds up more quicker in the body, which means, for instance, if you are menstruating on a full moon, menstruation and bloating can definitely be more intense at that time. And because everything swells up, you retain more water, so does the earth. That's why we harvest. It's best to harvest at full moon because the water level is higher. That affects your crops, the plants, if you're growing in the garden like me. It also affects us as human beings. That is why we store more water, we can feel more bloated and more emotional at those times. So again, if it's a good time for healing, but if you are having operations or you have a wound at that time, you're more likely to bleed more. And that can affect the healing process and the healing journey, and it can take slightly longer. So just be really mindful of that effect on the body. And as well, there is just so much I could talk to you about with that, but I feel like that's a whole book I could write for you. So it's intense, and I can't lie to you guys, I am really feeling apprehensive of what is to come for this month ahead. So I just want to give you all some helpful information that's going to guide you through the energy. And with the 2 full moons that are coming up, there is an extra focus on what to release. So you've got the opportunities this month to work on releasing really intensely because you've got 2 opportunities through the month. So if things are coming to a head with emotions, they may come to a peak at that time. So really tune in there and zone in, light your candles if that helps. Sit yourself down, write your list. That's what I do every full moon. Write down a list of what you want to release from your energy. Put it in your own handwriting. That's always more powerful. And then say for your highest good you wish to release. whether it be toxic relationships, toxic people, negative thought patterns, it could be anything. And then rip it up or burn it. And you are aligning then to the universe. That is what you want to release. So trust in that process. And these things are really powerful to do. And when you step in and use your energy in a constructive way, it works wonders. And obviously then at a new moon, I would set my intentions for what I want to bring into my life and what I want to achieve. It's also worth mentioning as well, if you're a woman and you're listening to this and you may feel that your period this month may be a lot more intense because of there being 2 full moons. That's a lot of emotional energy and that's a lot of extra energy. So we have to release what is no longer serving us and really tune into that and make that conscious effort as well, that when you are having your monthly cycle, your period, to really emotionally focus on what you want and need to release from the previous cycle. That will help you loads. And as I said before, and I mentioned the connection to do with water and bleeding more heavily at that time and feeling more bloated, they are legitimate things. So please feel free as well to share in the comments if this information is resonating, if it's helpful, or even how the month is going for you if you're listening to it at a later point. I would love to hear from you all. And we are also going to be having the retrograde as well this month. I think that's towards the second half of the month. And that retrograde is the planet of communication. So things coming from the past will maybe come back up to be dealt with. So make sure you've tied up all the loose ends and released what you need to. And there will be a lot, I feel like, mentally for us as well. Really big focus on the mental health this month. So I really just want to send love out to everyone. You will not be alone if you do struggle with that this month. And it can be a very challenging time depending on, again, how we use the energy. And as simple as listening to this before, I could really help you to realize that, right, okay, it's coming up. How can I help myself in my physical body? So my mental and emotional body, so your upper chakras, is not taking you completely out of your physical body. And a big focus on grounding in your body. That will be really important. Extra time in nature, forests, woods, greens, as close as you can get to trees. Because by grounding your energy and having, say, healing treatments or energy healing, that can be really beneficial. And exercise as well. So where you're literally feeling your body every day, you can feel that energy build up. So exercise is a great way to disperse that too. Drinking herbal teas every day, plenty of good, clean quality water, good nutrition, because you are what you eat basically. So if you're eating rubbish stuff filled with chemicals and processed stuff, you're going to end up feeling pretty toxic. I've been there and done that too. Those things, as I mentioned, will definitely help you keep more grounded as well, because we need our 2 feet on the earth, connected to Mother Earth. So as we are also in this 7 universal year, which is all about our crown chakra, connection to spirit and our soul's purpose. And then in the 6th energy as well, so the vision and the third eye, we don't want to get so open and taken away by all of that mental energy, because that can then be really draining to the physical body. So it's about finding that healthy medium and a healthy in-between. I know myself that I'm very much in my mind, and my mind is constantly in overdrive, and I'm constantly having thoughts, visions, inspirations, and it just sometimes often feels like there's too much coming in and going around. So I could be sat there literally thinking what's going on emotionally in my life, or what I need to do for that day, then something random that might have happened 10 years ago, then something I need to do tomorrow. Whew, as you can tell already, then I might get psychic information come in. It can be a lot, and I literally feel so then tired, or I feel like I might explode. And it's a lot, and I feel like with the increased radiation on Earth as well, that is having a strong impact on us as human beings here. It's having a strong impact on our energy field and the energy around us. So we are living in extraordinary times. So if people look back and think, oh, well, maybe my grandparents didn't moan about stuff like this, or my parents, or yet they haven't lived on Earth in the conditions that we currently are. So just because things aren't visible to the human eye doesn't mean they're not happening. So please give yourselves a lot of compassion and kindness, because a lot of people are feeling extra anxiety, myself included, and it then creates more tension in our bodies, and it's very hard to switch off. I'm still trying to master that, and it's hard, especially if you have strong 6 energy as well. I would love to hear from anyone, and if you want to share any guidance of things that have worked for you, that would be great. I know when I do things for myself, writing and journaling, finding creative outlets again, and exercise are really ways to put some of that energy into something constructive. And I always describe it to people as well, like it's like having a voice, like a higher self, and we can have other voices as well that sometimes try and come in, maybe to put us down or feed our insecurities, or sometimes they may just be messages that we need, but maybe it's just all of us and different parts of us. I don't know, but that is something mentally as well. I feel like for a lot of people we may experience is that feeling of all these different voices and information coming in. And I don't know if anyone else has that, but at times in my mind I always feel like there is so much going on. But I still give gratitude and thanks for knowing that my mind and my sanity I have, of course, because that is so important. Because without that in life, what would we have? The mind is what gives us strength, and of course we need a physical body as well. But the mind and the consciousness is really a superpower. Now, some cards I have pulled this month is one of my favourite ones. I'm just gonna get it up for you guys. Is this one. Number 37, Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. And it says, second chances bring success. So this is really powerful. And ironically, it's a tiger. Of all the cards in this 50-something pack deck, this one came out with us having that Lionsgate portal as well. I found really, really special. So a little bit of insight into this card, and this holds a really important message for all who will be listening to this. And this is your reminder that your soul is on the diamond path of spiritual growth. And you may feel pressured by life at times, but at a higher level, those challenges are helping you realize your true strength of character. You have the personal will, strength, and physical power that you need for success, no matter what has happened in the past. You are developing the spirit, passion, and vitality to fight like a tigress defending her cubs. So believe in yourself. There is great dignity and strength in your heart. Now, do not judge anything or anyone, including yourself and what you believe is possible based on the past. Reclaim and redirect your energy according to what matters most to you. You are stronger than you may realise, and the return of strength after a challenge, second chances for success, and a brilliant intuition or insight that ends a long-lasting cycle of repeated struggle are indicated. A prophecy is given for empowered leadership, spiritual attainment, and success after previous failure, which leads to irreversible and positive outcome. So, the struggles of your past were needed in order to grow, and that's a really important message for all of us. Yet now, having fulfilled their spiritual usefulness, they are no longer required. If you continue to interpret your life experiences through the filter of old beliefs and past happenings, you will lose the truth of what is taking place at a deeper level. And this ties into your mind and your consciousness. You are being reformed, renewed, reborn into a stronger, clearer, truer version of yourself. The past was needed to get you here, but it is no longer to be seen as something that defines you. Now, in astrology, this black moon in a month, in astrology, the black moon refers to the unusual event of a second new moon in a month. However, this month, we actually have a blue moon at the end of the month. As a sacred symbol in the language of the soul, the black moon represents either an emerging insight which you have previously been able to glimpse, but not fully grasp, or a situation that almost happened as desired, but didn't quite make the full journey from wish to reality. The insight or opportunity will arise again in your psyche to either reveal or ground fully this time around. Diamond wisdom is fulfillment and is absolute. With another chance, your breakthrough will be irreversible, diamond-like in nature, unable to be changed back into the state from which it has evolved. Now, the tiger medicine indicates a vibrant physical strength, vitality, and health. So if you've been lacking in this, you are guided to tune into your cycles of rest while shifting your mindset immediately to stop reinforcing negative self-talk or internalizing the perhaps well-meaning but unhelpful concerns of others. So really listen to yourself and what your body needs. Instead, begin to speak to yourself and others of your vitality, radiance, and power. Use your mind as your ally, consciously, intentionally, and with an understanding of its powerful effect on your body. This is not about the mind dominating and ignoring the wisdom of the body. This is about recognizing and applying mind power to nourish and infuse your being through positive psychology. As it goes, the mind can create an illness or create health. Your mind is so powerful. So be so mindful with those thoughts. Tiger medicine comes to you at a time when your engagement in the world is becoming more pronounced. Your influence is increasing, even whilst you may feel that you have been called into your spiritual path deeper and perhaps even more of solitude for a time. The divine beauty, dignity, strength, and presence of your spiritual light is shining through, not only in your own soul and life, but it is beginning to touch the souls and lives of others too. So never underestimate the impact you have on your own life and the lives of others, and who you may help on that journey. Tiger medicine evokes a sensual hunger for life and experience. When you bring your spiritual light into all of your worldly adventures, you will become able to create uplifting outcomes of grace that would otherwise not be possible. Tiger reminds us to have courage in the face of any challenge, any threat or danger, and align with the truth of the divine as our deepest ally. Our greatest advocate and wisest advisor. From this secure inner spiritual foundation, we can leap with ferocious compassion, conquering any adversary in order to do what needs to be done in the world. Now that is the message for August 2023. And I just thought that is such a powerful, uplifting and helpful message. They are from the Earth Warriors Oracle over there. And I just thought, you know what, when that message came out was after I'd actually written and did all my notes for this video. And the way it just aligned and using our mind, which there, I don't know if you can see on this card. I'll hold it up to the tiger. Again, all that focus there on your third eye chakra and how that connects you to the infinite possibilities of the universe. And I really hope that message helps and resonates with all who are watching. And thank you so much for your time and your energy, and I look forward to bringing you more videos. Have an amazing month ahead. Look forward to hearing from you in the comments. Lots of love, guys.